Jett, how does it feel to be selected by the Philadelphia Flyers?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a great organization, and I wouldn't want to be selected anywhere else. It's just an honor.
Talk me through the emotions when you heard your name called inside that space.
Yeah, it was crazy, especially having my family beside me and having Michael Buffer do all that. That was an unbelievable experience, and I'll never forget that.
Speed's obviously a huge asset in your game. How important is that for you and how you create offense out there?
Yeah, I think it's probably my strongest asset and something that I've always worked on and always kind of had to my advantage. So I think it's definitely one of the biggest things I use to kind of create space for myself and my teammates.
Did it catch you by surprise at all, or did you have your meetings with them leading up to today, and do you think that this might be a possibility?
Yeah, we had good talks coming in, so I had a feeling they were interested. I didn't know coming in if they're going to take me or not, but obviously they made some trades there too, and so it was a surprise at the end of the day, and it was really cool.
For the fans of Philadelphia who maybe don't know your game outside of the speed, how would you describe it?
I think I'm just someone who kind of brings it every night, and I think consistency is one of the biggest things for me. I think I'm never going to take a day off, and I think my biggest strengths would be my speed, and my hockey IQ.
Are there any particular NHL players that you compare your game to or try to mold your game at?
Yeah, I like Nick Suzuki. I think he grew up in London as well, and I think he played on the Storm as well. So he's someone I've always watched really close, and someone who has a lot of detail to his game and does a lot of things right. So I've always liked to watch him.
What does everybody in Guelph mean to your development getting to this point?
Yeah, it's incredible. Great spot to play junior, two of the best years of my life. So I think they mean a lot, and I want to thank everybody there. I think they've done a lot for me, and I'm excited to see what they got in the future.
And Jett, you're a guy who kind of over the last few months it seemed like was rising up draft boards. Did you get the sense that your game was kind of coming together as the season progressed going into the under-18s too?
I think I just try to stay consistent the whole year, and I think that's just something that I pride myself in, something that I learned how to do a lot over this year. So I think as obviously the U18 was a really good experience and great way to cap off the season as well. So I think I was just trying to kind of stay consistent with everything.
In your talks with the Flyers, did they say anything about one thing that really stood out for game, or they like the overall package?
No, they never really said much about one specific thing. I think they kind of just liked my game, and I'm glad they did.
Could you talk about your physical strength? You were able to show that off a bit in the combine.
Yeah, I've always taken kind of my workouts, gym routines very seriously throughout the years, and so I think it's just I've always naturally kind of been a little bit stronger, but I think I've put a lot of work and time into that, and so I think that's kind of what it comes from.
Do you figure you'll be able to attend development camp next week?
Pardon?
Do you feel like you'll be able to attend development camp next week?
Yeah, I'll be for sure. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Philadelphia before? Do you know anything about this?
No, I haven't, but I've driven through it, and because my cousins are from Kennett Square, probably just 20-30 minutes away, so they're all here today. They're gonna be pumped. So, I mean, shout out to them. But it's I've been there, and I'm sure they're gonna be pumped, and I'm really excited.
Flyers are a little bit younger team. They're kind of in that rebuilding standpoint. They have a lot of good young talent. Do you know any of that young talent that they have right now, and how excited are you to play with a couple of those guys?
Yeah, I've played against Denver Barkey and Oliver Bonk the last year in London, and I've watched them as well because I'm from London. So I think those are guys who are really good, and I've had a tough time playing against. So it's going to be cool to kind of be on the same ice, wearing the same jersey as them. Hopefully one day.
Is there anybody on the Philadelphia Flyers currently that you kind of look up to and want to model your game around?
Yeah, Travis Konechny for sure. He's from a similar area to where I'm from, and he played on a minor team that I've always played against. So I've seen his name on the wall everywhere, and I think he's someone who I think I play a similar game to as well. And I've always followed his game closely, and I think I do like to watch him as well.
Do you like to get under people's skin?
A little bit. I try not to get involved a lot, but I like to play a hard game and really just try and win every puck and try and be tough to play against.
Do you envision yourself as a center, or are you a little versatile, play wing a little bit too, or would you like to is it important for you to remain as a center here as the years go by?
I've played both throughout my entire career, so I think I'm comfortable with both, and wherever the team wants me to play, I'm happy to play there.
Yeah, how's the whole draft experience been for you?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've never been here before, and it's kind of overwhelming, all the buildings, the lights, the people, and everything. So it's been a really cool experience. Been treated very well, and and obviously the Sphere was insane as well. So I think it's been a very cool experience.
You mentioned your family. Who else do you think of on a day like today?
Just everyone. I think it starts with my immediate family, and definitely them. I wouldn't be able to be here without them. And then just coaches and teammates at the same time. I think same thing. Wouldn't be able to be here without their support, their help, and their guidance, and kind of just everyone else who was involved behind the scenes. I think there's so many people who I can thank, and I wouldn't be here without.
How important is the defensive part of your game and just being a two-way player on the ice?
Yeah, I think I like to try and take pride in playing the best I can with every shift, every second I'm on the ice. So I think it's definitely something I like to take pride in and try and kind of be a responsible player.
Jett, now that you've been drafted, where do you see the next step as a player?
I think for me, I'm not really too focused on looking too far ahead. I think just kind of try and stay in the present day to day, work my hardest every day, and I think good things just come from that.